It tells me I have to log in.
Good morning.
Good morning, everyone.
Happy Mother's Day. This is to all the mothers out there and all of us who are celebrating the return of the divine feminine in fullness, balance with the divine masculine. Let's open up in sweet surrender as we begin. I am opening up in sweet surrender to the luminous love light of one. I am opening up in sweet surrender to the luminous love light of one. I am opening. I am opening. I am opening. I am opening up in sweet surrender to the luminous love light of one. I am opening up in sweet surrender to the luminous love light of one. I am opening. I am opening. I am opening. I am We are opening up in sweet surrender to the luminous love light of one. We are opening up in sweet surrender to the luminous love light of one. We are opening. We are opening. We are opening. We are opening. Oh, let us just come right into our hearts, just remembering who we are and whose we are. That we are one with all there is. We are one with Father, Mother, God. Right here and now, just recognizing the divine presence within. I love you. I adore you. And let's just open our hearts to each other. I bless you today. I bless your receiving. I bless your giving. I bless your mother heart.
Good morning, Camarillo, and thank you, Michael and Jennifer. I'm opening up. It's amazing. I love it. I love Sundays, even in this virtual world we're currently living in. Anyway, my name is Reverend Kristen Kephart, and I'm the spiritual director here at the center. And today I have the honor of being a practitioner for the day. Here at the Camarillo Center for Spiritual Living, we are actively co-creating a world that evolves through the power of service, prayer, and play. A world that works for everyone. And this is our honoring of the faiths. So we celebrate all paths leading to the divine. We honor shamanism as a path of the inward journey and soul travel. We honor Hinduism as a path of recognizing the divine in each person. We honor Judaism as a path of law. We honor Taoism as a path of recognizing the perfect order and balance of the universe. We honor Buddhism as a path of compassion and peace. We honor Christianity as a path of love and forgiveness. We honor Islam as a path of constant prayer. We honor Baha'i as a path of recognizing the oneness in all religions. We honor New Thought as a path of healing and the power of mind. And we honor you and what brought you here today. Now, join me as we open up this service in prayer. Whether you, wherever you're sitting, just put your feet on the floor, close your eyes, open your eyes, whatever's comfortable for you. And know with me that right here and right now, I recognize that there is only one thing. Whether I call it Mother, Father, God, Allah, that there is only one thing happening right here and right now. And it's the divine. And in that divine, each one of us was created through. So each of us are connected to the divine. It's running through, in, and as us. And in that connection, we are one. We come together as one. We are brothers, sisters, and siblings of the one. We are all connected. And as we step into the service today, I know that what we need to hear, we hear. That it's there for us to hear. Our topic is listen with our heart. And I know that all of us in this time are speaking and listening to our heart within and how it expresses out. I know that the technology today is going to be awesome, that the music is fantabulous. Fantastic, fabulous, all together in one word. And I know for our guest speaker today, Reverend Grace Lovejoy, that she touches our hearts in the only way that she can. That she opens up the love and the peace and the wisdom that runs through and connects us all. So with that, I just open to this great blessed day where we're in celebration of each other, where we're celebrating Mother's Day, where we're celebrating life. And I know that it's good and all good and amazing. And so let us begin. And together we say, and so it is.
Oh, on this Mother's Day, I want to honor Mother Mary, who has been holding the mother flame for centuries, for eons of time. Oh, she is a practitioner of all practitioners. And we definitely could use a mighty practitioner right now.
Hold
Yes, can you hear me? Yahoo! I am happy to be here. Although I have to tell you, I'm still in such low tech mode that I'm looking at poppies and me. It feels a little more lonesome than I can tell with other voices there are. But okay, I can begin with my talk today.
Oh,
All
on
right.
this Mother's Day, I want to honor Mother Mary, who has been holding the mother flame for centuries, for eons of time. Oh, she is
Have
a
I done something?
practitioner of all practitioners. And we
I'm in.
definitely could use
Good
a
morning,
mighty
everyone.
practitioner right
Good
now.
morning, beloveds. Namaste. How good it is to see me, because that's all I get to see at the moment. But I am so happy to be able to speak with you today about this topic of listening to your heart, because something wonderful is afoot, shall we say, in this time of strange timings. And the heart is a whole different aspect of ourselves. If we were to allow it to lead, what would that even mean? If we were sitting listening to our heart, what would that mean? So, while up here in Santa Cruz, we have an organization called Heart Math Institute, and what that place does is to look at things from a different standpoint. I can hear you, by the way, Kristen. So here's the mission statement for the Heart Math Institute. Physical, mental, and emotional systems into balanced alignment with their heart's intuitive guidance. This unfolds the path for becoming heart-empowered individuals who choose the way of love, which then demonstrates through compassionate care for the well-being of themselves, others, and planet Earth. And it seems to me that there are two aspects of ourselves that deserve our opportunity to sit and listen to them. And one of them is to sit still and know, which is our intellect, of course. When we let go of our mental constructs and our emotional attachments to whatever we think, you don't have to believe everything you think you know. And you don't have to believe everything you feel. But the heart is an excellent guidance system. And that when we are more intuitively listening to our own heart, it allows us to step more fully into our genius. Your heart knows what you love to do. It knows what you're called to do. It itself has called you to it. So, with Science of Mind and my beloved Ernest Holmes and all the wonderful changes in my life that have come about through Science of Mind, I also recognize that it's a whole system. We call it science of mind, but really it's science of mind and spirit and body. And we are embodying more and more heart. And it's interesting to me to look out into the world today as it appears on our television screens, because that's how we're seeing it. And depending on the channel you watch for your news, I'd like to point out that there is no news. There's no news happening. We're only hearing a blow-by-blow description of a very narrow viewpoint of what is happening in the world. The world is sitting in the midst of a health crisis, which I believe we have fomented, that we are part of the creative aspect of that has come about because we are not paying attention to planet Earth, that we have allowed her lungs to sear themselves across the Amazon rainforest, across the entire continent of Australia. The smoke is in the air. It is wrecking our lungs and the lungs of the earth. And we're going, let me out and let me get to the beach. Pay attention. Listen to your heart. There's something going on here that is so much bigger than the small slice of news that we are getting. And we need to put our attention on that. As religious scientists, we have a positive outlook in the world in a way that we have been guiding others for the last 100 years. And I'm saying that because when we listen to many of the ministers, Christian ministers, New Thought ministers, Jewish ministers, I'm sure, Methodist ministers, pick any one of us. We are all talking about New Thought. We're speaking from a place that's been in existence for about 100 years with positive thinking making a positive difference. But the time has come for those of us who are in the forefront of thinking new thinking, that it's time for the next thought. And this next thought is the world has changed and it's never going back to the way it was. And start to sit for a while with your mind in your heart. There are more connections between your heart and all of your body than there are between your head and your body. So for all these scientific years from the age of Descartes on through the Newtonian age, on through physics, on through quantum mechanics, and we are finding more and more that there is a place for heartful communication amongst us that can make a difference in our lives. Your specific thinking pattern, the pattern of your heart, is calling out in some way to you, looking out into the world as it is at the moment, and deciding how to use your compassion with passion, how to use your passionate heart to change your little chunk in the world. So what does that mean to us as religious scientists? What does it mean as we look deeply into the feeling tone, not into our mental constructs? Because really, the monkey mind has a great way of dragging me around all over the place, and I don't think I'm alone. So that we want to actually sit down and be silent for a while. Now, for the last 6 months, my own mind has been so scattered all over what's wrong that I have not really been paying attention to what I desire instead of that. And I have my physical well-being has improved so dramatically that it's like, oh yeah, wait a minute. There are good things happening out here. And in reality, this time of being forced to slow down and consider how busy we have been has been very beneficial to me personally. And I think it's probably been beneficial to all of us. Now, mind you, it's very easy for me because I'm sitting here with people who are 50 years of age and older. There are 5 people that live in our house, so I'm not isolated. I have plenty of companionship. 4 of us are sort of high risk people. As you can see, I'm wearing oxygen 24/7 now, and well on my way to being off of this in about a year's time. It's a long process. But in the process of doing that, that we have one person who is physically active and able to go out into the world on our behalf. So my friend Cheryl, who was taking very good care of me when I couldn't take good care of myself, now goes out foraging to the farmer's market and comes back with fresh food. She goes off to Costco for a Costco run, brings back food. Goes off to the local market, brings back whatever's still on the shelves. We're back to hunter gathering. Did you notice that? This is a very much slower time of life. And I want us to take advantage of it because it will end. In some cases, I think that America is moving faster than its mind and heart agree. There is a contingent of us who go, oh my God, the world is ending. I don't have an income. I completely understand these things. And I can't move anyway. There's no place to go to. It is such a constrictive viewpoint. And when it's over and we look back on this time of having to be seated or staying in our small spaces, we're going to say, I wish I'd done that thing that I thought I wanted to do. I wish I'd done that thing. I should have cleaned out that closet while I had the time. So we're actually always, as Science of Mind reminds us, at choice. We have to choose what it is that what we are doing with our time. So for years now, several years now, I have not been very creative. I used to have some art classes. I used to paint a lot. I used to do a bunch of stuff very creatively. And for a while, I've been in a dry spell. So the other day, here's one of the problems for me. It might be a problem for you. I'm just passing it on. I have a lot of time on my hands, an Amazon account, and a debit card. Yeah, it's not necessarily a good thing. On the other hand, I did order some art supplies. So I ordered myself some watercolors, and it's time to get back to that creative aspect of myself that is calling my heart. Something needs to be created. And we have artists that are part of the Center for Spiritual Living in Camarillo and who would be happy to see your face on a Zoom account and help us feel creative once again. Talk to Gabby Howe, talk to Chris Rogers, talk to Bonnie Owens, talk to everybody you know who can go, well, what about this for a project? Or what if we did these things all by ourselves and then put them together as a community art project? What if we spent some time being extraordinarily creative? How are your gardens looking? My friend Cheryl is a gardener. Actually, she's a farmer. Her family's from North Dakota. And literally, they are farmers. So when I got here, she had all kinds of plants in. They looked cool. She pulled a lot of them out and put in some roses. She loves roses. She likes pulling up and planting stuff. I think there's a farmer well within her. And her yard is looking beautiful, and it feeds her soul. What do you have that you can do that brings out that creative aspect that feeds your heart, that feeds your genius? And somewhere in there, the potential for your genius to lead you to the next thing that helps you make income is there. I know at least 2 people who have begun uh, um, uh, work careers within this time frame, within this parenthesis of time, have started careers and are earning money, believe it or not. When everybody's wringing their hands and going, oh my gosh, there's no income, there is potential for earnings anyway. Find yours. You are not helpless. You are not choiceless. You are not allowed to go out. Oh well. How can you do this from within this strange place? Now, I am sort of low tech and I've been sort of proud of all of that for a long time. Well, guess what? This is not the time for that. So I have been doing lots and lots of stuff on Zoom. I'm part of multiple groups making sure that people stay connected. I'd be happy to talk with all of us because that's what we do. We spend a lot of time, and I'm starting reading groups, and I have an opportunity to reach out through the electronic ethers and be part of a larger community. So I don't feel isolated. I simply feel at rest. I encourage you to keep your heart wide open for the next thing that you're being called to do, because you're being called up. Just in case you can't tell, there's a goddess dancing on my head, by the way. I am sitting here expecting, I'm expecting to be inspired. I am expecting to be intuitively guided by my heart to the next thing that is calling me up. And I needed the rest right up until now. You too, I'm thinking that. I also think I have a dry mouth. Hold on. That part didn't change. So it feels, I feel the lack of your energy, which has always supported me when I've gotten a chance to speak with you all when I'm in person. And I feel a little like I'm talking all to myself by myself, but I'm hoping that you're actually out there and listening to me, and that afterwards, when the opportunity arises, that we all meet in the chat room and continue conversations, because I'm missing your company very specifically. My beloved friends in Camarillo, I'm missing all of you. And everyone here in this community. It's a very tight community. Me and 4 other people in this house. And I don't get out much. I've had a couple of trips to Trader Joe's, which felt like, well, for one thing, there's plenty of snacks available now. And it felt like large expeditions into the real world. The real world is weird. Did you notice that? All of us all masked up and gloved up, and I feel like I'm wearing a burqa. Not a bad idea, I'm thinking. And standing in line 6 feet apart. And the world is different, and the world is weird, and something wonderful will come of it. Now, the thing that I know about the something wonderful that comes from these turning points, and this is a global turning point. This is not just a little turning point in our own individual lives, which we deal with when we have to deal with disease or death or layoffs or no income. Those things are very personal and very scary and very and of great concern to us. And I remind us that we are the most creative thing on the planet. We can think up amazing things. And when we combine our minds together, we can think up even more amazing things. Let's put our minds together and decide something that we want to do, whether it's for your personal income stream or whether it's for the compassionate heart that I'm encouraging us all to care about, including compassion for our beloved planet Earth. You know, we're not leaving here anytime soon. Well, we could be leaving here anytime soon if the COVID-19 epidemic goes on and on and on, but we're going to be taking care of that, I'm sure. In the most entertaining ways, don't watch the news all day. Turn that thing off. It's a very narrow viewpoint, and you don't know anything else that is going on in the world. So, this is one of the things that I ran across that isn't COVID 19. The US Navy released videos of some UFOs. They're still unidentified. Photographs taken by Navy pilots who are astonished at the speed of these craft, and we still don't have any idea what they are. I sort of expected that a portion of the news would go to those people who might run over to Area 51 and want to look at the UFO stuff. What if there are UFOs? What if they're checking on us to see how we're doing with the COVID virus? Hey, how'd you like that one? What are you doing with it? Okay, my mind wanders on occasion, but then you knew that about me. So, what I want to say here is to take a deep breath. And as you do so, notice that the thing that moves is our lungs, which surround our hearts. And get your energy into your heart. And if you will, I'm going to take you into prayer. So close your eyes if you're comfortable. And take that deep breath and let it out. Let out more than you took in. And breathe again. Filling yourself fully and completely with the oxygen that's available to us here, filling our cells with their health and energy. And breathe out. And as you do that again, and then just let the gentle rhythm of your breathing come to its own natural pattern, know with me that something wonderful is happening even now, even through this, even with all of the chaos and swirl that is going on around us. It's about creativity. Chaos is the beginning of creativity. By focusing our attention on that which we wish to create, we can create it. We can add to the thoughtmosphere. The entire planet is considering a vaccine for this virus. Know that it is accomplished. Know that it is accomplished. It is, it has been in the past, it will be again. Things come, things stay, things go. This is the nature of the infinite intelligence. In Hinduism, it's represented by three gods: the great creator, the great maintainer, and the great destroyer. And they are inextricably linked. They cannot be broken apart. One leads to the other, to the other, to the other, to the other. It's a great circle of life. Nothing is wrong. There is no punishment here. There is only something wonderful breaking through an old shell of existence, an old shell of beingness, an old way, an old thought, an old pattern, and the cosmos itself is changing. Something wonderful is happening, and we are going to create a new cosmology. This is what we're here for. Open hearts, open minds, open self to the good that is falling towards us and becoming us and being spread from us. I declare all of this to be true for each and every one of us. And together we say, and so it is. Thank you.
I am worthy of my own love. I am worthy
Hi, it's Reverend Kristen, and I get to do the announcements this morning. So first up,
I am worthy of my own love. I am worthy of my own love. I am worthy of my own love. I am precious, a child of the one. I'm not too little or too much. I'm not too little or too much. I'm not too little or too much. I'm enough just as I am. And I am worthy of my own love. I am worthy of my own love. I am worthy of my own love. I accept who I am, and I stand up and speak my truth. I stand up and speak my truth. I stand up and speak my truth. I am strong, I express myself, and I am worthy of my own love. I am worthy of my own love. I am worthy of my own love. I'm the life of God. I take dominion of my life. I take dominion of my life. I take dominion of my life. I believe in myself, and I have faith, and I am worthy of my own love. I am worthy of my own love. I am worthy of my own love. I'm the power, presence of God, and I am worthy of my own love. I am worthy of my own love. I am worthy of my own love. I am precious, a child of the one.
Hi, it's Reverend Kristen, and I get to do the announcements this morning. So, first off, we have all the different ways that we are connecting at this time of social distancing. So, we have live offerings such as Sunday service, and during the week, we'll beginning to go live. So, if you like us on Facebook, you will be notified when we are live. Social media, Facebook, Instagram, we have connection calls, prayer support, meditation Thursday and Friday, and practitioner sessions. So if you'd like to put in a prayer request, on the slide there's different ways to do that. If you would like to contact one of our practitioners, all that information is available on our website. And at any time, please reach out if you want to have a phone conversation with me or by text. Next, we have connection. We all know that feeling connected to each other is a basic need. So we have connection calls. They last a half hour. You can hop on the call, stay muted, and just listen or interact. Wednesdays, there's 2 offerings, and then Saturday mornings, and then Sunday directly after service. And it is on Zoom, and below is the Zoom call connection. And lastly, we have the different ways to give. This week we just got a P.O. box, so please note if you're sending in your contributions, the P.O. box is P.O. Box 2360, Camarillo, California 93011. Or you can donate via PayPal. It is a secured connection, and then there is the link below. And once again, I want to thank you all for your continued support of our center, the Camarillo Center for Spiritual Living. Thank you.
Join us in sending our love out to the mountains, across the sea, into the heavens, and feel that beautiful circle coming right back to you.
I send my love over the mountains. I send my love over the sea. I send my love into the heavens, and it returns to me. I send my joy over the mountains. I send my joy over the sea. I send my joy into the heavens, and it returns to me. I send peace over the mountains. I send peace over the sea. I send peace into the heavens, and it returns to me. I send my love over the mountains. I send my love over the sea. I send my love into the heavens, and it returns to me.
Wonderful to be with you today. Something wonderful is happening through you right now. It's happening through me. So get up, let's dance, let's celebrate today. You ready?
Ready.